just arrived to Taiwan. Quite excited to be back here. First time I was here already 14 years ago. That time I was in Kaohsiung and the southern parts, and I really love it there. But this time we're gonna stay in Taipei, and then we're gonna go to Hua Lian. We're gonna stay here only 4 nights.
Which is definitely way too short for a Taiwan trip, but unfortunately we didn't have more time.
We were supposed to take the express train from the airport, but then we took the commuter train instead. But no problem. Now we change to the express train from the other stops.
It was her first and my third time to visit Taiwan, and I have to say I've been always very impressed how much this island nation has to offer. This is not gonna be a sightseeing video, but we will definitely show you a few cool places while eating some of the best food in Taiwan. Let's get that bubble tea first and head to Shilin Night Market. You can find night markets all over Taiwan, and Shilin Night Market is probably the largest and most famous one. With over 500 stalls selling all kinds of foods, there is definitely something for everyone.
Spicy, please. Taiwanese sausage with sticky rice.
The sauce is pretty sweet. It's good combination with sticky rice. Now I think it tastes a bit like the Chinese sausage that you like.
Taiwanese sausage is quite famous snack to eat in Taiwan. Tastes pretty good, quite strong cinnamon flavor and like caramelized sugar.
Next I got some tasty local craft beer, and it was only a natural choice to get some fried chicken as well. This giant piece of fried chicken from Hot Star Fried Chicken was definitely worth every dollar. It was juicy and tender from the inside and extra crispy from the outside without too much oiliness. The chili powder they sprinkle on top after frying brings another extra dimension. World-class chicken for sure.
Chicken and beer, is there anything better really?
At last we sat down and ordered some more Taiwanese classics like oyster omelette and the infamous stinky tofu. It does smell a bit funny.
Is it this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Stinky tofu. Okay, one stinky tofu. So here we got braised pork, oyster omelette, classic dishes, and even more classic Taiwan beer.
For me, stinky tofu is not actually that stinky. It has very crispy edges and it's a bit soft from the inside. Kinda has egg-like texture. The rich garlicky aftertaste will stay in your mouth for a while, and I love it. Very addictive flavor. Next morning we took a train to Hua Lian, and we were well prepared with some of the best convenience store food in the world. Hua Lian is a coastal town southeast from Taipei. The atmosphere is much more relaxed than Taipei and personally I like it better. Asian countryside is the best. After checking into our hotel, we wanted to get in the middle of the action, so we rented a scooter for a day. This is a really great way to experience Taiwan the local way.
This is an electric bike, so you don't need an international license. I think for normal scooters, you really need the international license these days in Taiwan. Let's see how Hua Lian is, and let's get some food first. And maybe after that we go to the beach. So how was your first riding experience in Taiwan?
A little bit scary. I haven't driven motorbike since last time we were in Vietnam. And then here I think the traffic is quite crazy. We're gonna taste noodles with pork ribs and rice with pork ribs and apple cidra.
This was absolutely a very satisfying basic Taiwanese meal. But there was also this dumpling and bun place just around the corner, so we had to check it out too. And man, these were the best dumplings and baozies we ever had. I don't know how do they do it, but the flavors are just incredible. The texture and consistency of the buns and dumpling layers are just perfect. And the fillings have such a deep, rich flavor.
Like the aftertaste is something I'm gonna be craving definitely. I can still feel it in my mouth, it's so tasty. And the whole meal cost less than €2. That's crazy cheap. And the quality was so high.
We continued our journey a few kilometers out of Hualien center and stopped by this roadside temple before arriving to the beach.
Apparently, this is Qixingtan Beach. I hope so. Actually, we are not completely sure, but I think so. It's very beautiful sea here. A lot of old people enjoying
And screaming.
and screaming and taking photos of each other. Definitely it was a very nice ride to come here and finally see the coast of Taiwan.
In the evening, we visited a local night market in Hua Lian.
So we are here and we are going to Tungtamen Night Market.
This night market is also a daily night market, so you can come here every day starting from 6 p.m. This is the main entrance to the night market. Let's go in and let's eat like never before. Just had really amazing soft shell crab. I think probably the best soft shell crab I ever had. It came with garlic and some onions, and chili powder was sprinkled over it, and oh man, it was so tasty. But now we got to other restaurant and we have some different things here. This is, I never remember this name, but this mountain wedgie. It's really tasty. It has some fermented soybeans in it also. Just like that veggie always. And then we have braised barramundi. It almost tastes like some Western style gravy, basically. Not so typical Asian flavor, but yeah, very tasty fish. Very soft and tender meat, and there is so much to eat. Actually, the portions are really big in this place we came now.
It was really fun eating and hanging out in this market. It is quite a big place actually, and there is a lot of variety for food and also lots of live music. Next morning we got up early as we were gonna spend most of the day in Taroko National Park.
We started our trip today by getting the day tickets on the bus, and it cost 250 Taiwanese dollars for one person. It took 1 hour 15 minutes to get here in Tianxiang, so this is our first stop, and then we will go to 2 other stops as well. Very excited to see this Taroko National Park. This is like pretty much number one thing here in Hualien. The whole place is surrounded by mountains and there are a lot of hiking trails. First, I think we go right up there. Many people visiting here. So beautiful and peaceful. The mountains surrounding every direction. I'm getting a bit sweaty though. Actually, it's really humid here. You would think when you come to mountains it would be like fresh mountain air, but it's really humid because the mountains are surrounding the whole place and the wind doesn't really get in here. But it's okay. It's really amazing. It's so beautiful here. Just arrived to Yanzikou and we got some bad news. We cannot cross the bridge, unfortunately. This long suspension bridge requires a permit which you should apply 1 week before you come here, so a little bit disappointing. Would have been nice to cross the bridge. It looks very special.
The last place we checked out in Taroko National Park was Changchun Shrine, or Eternal Spring Shrine. Taroko National Park is absolutely a must visit in Taiwan. It is totally epic. To top this perfect day, we had to return to our favorite restaurant in Hua Lian. We are really missing this place now. You definitely must visit here if you come to Hua Lian. After having absolutely a blast in Hua Lian, we took a train back to Taipei.
We are gonna eat one of the most famous Taiwanese dishes, the beef noodles.
These noodles definitely made all my beef dreams come true. Look at those thick slices of super tender beef. The broth has some medicinal herbs, maybe a touch of cinnamon, very unique and super beefy flavor. There There is quite a lot to see in Taipei, but instead of Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall 101 building or Longshan Temple, we went to a miniature museum because she loves miniatures. In the evening we met my friend Lan for hot pot and a nice hangout in Taipei. It was so great to meet after over 10 years.
Some sunshine in Taiwan. Just gonna get Taiwanese breakfast, soy milk and fried dough.
Honestly, it was one of the best breakfasts I ever had. And if you're like me and you have never tried fresh soy milk, you are seriously missing out. It is so yummy.
She's getting her man shot. His coffee. All right.
It was an amazing breakfast. Big fried dough and then deep with the soy milk. And then we got also some kind of like egg, fried egg with some rice cake and buns.
Yeah.
And buns.
Yeah, the
was
buns. Oh, they were so tasty.
Yeah,
So tasty, really.
Yeah.
Really amazing breakfast.
In my opinion, Taiwan is one of the most underrated countries in the Far East. Even it is an island, it is very diverse. There is so much beautiful nature, amazing temples, bustling markets, interesting cities, great food, and most of all, very friendly locals.